Hello everyone, this is Johannes and you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and today we are taking a look at The Walking Dead Something to Fear, which is a card game designed by Derek and Lizzy Funkhouser, released by Skybound Games. So let's take a quick look on how to play, and then we're gonna come back and tell you what I think about this one. The Walking Dead Something to Fear is a little card game played over 9 rounds. Every player is going to get a deck of these 9 character cards, and then you are going to set up the encounter deck depending on how many players you are in the game. Each round is going to be played like this. You're going to put up a number of cards in the encounter round, which is the number of players plus 1. So this is, let's say, for a 3-player game, because there's 4 cards. That's 3 plus 1. I'm good at math. Then each player is going to look at their cards. Each card has a number from 1 to 9, and they also have different actions. You're going to take one of the cards and you are going to put them face down like this. When everyone's done that, you're going to flip them up, and then the player with the highest card is going to do their action, and you're going to go around doing the actions from the highest to the lowest numbered card. Some cards have this lightning bolt. This is going to do something at the reveal, and after that you are going to start playing like the normal game, depending on what the actions are. The different actions might be taking these cards, swapping cards with other players, stealing from other players, and stuff like that. What you are going to try to do is to score the most points. And points you get from these orange tabs. So different cards have different ways of scoring. This supplies give you 10 points. This governor is going to give you the tiebreaker card, which is good, because if more players has played number 5, if I had a tiebreaker card, I will be the first player with number 5. But he's going to give you 20 points for one of them. If you have 2, it's only going to be worth 10 points. And if you have 3, it's only going to be worth 5 points, so diminishing returns on that one. Then you have walkers, which are going to give you points. If you have the most walkers, you're going to get 25 points, and if you have the next most, you're going to get 10. Second most is what it is in English language. You're going to get 10 points. The walker horde here counts as 3, and you're just going to continue doing this. After everybody has taken cards, there's going to be 1 card left. It's going to go over here in the mob, and you're going to continue playing, putting out new cards. Some cards is just a wound, which you will give to other players. Let's say I have this card. This is going to give me 2 damage at the end of the game. So you're going to continue playing like this over 9 rounds, playing almost all of your cards, depending on what cards you play, because some cards let you take other cards back from the discard pile and such. But after 9 rounds, you played all of your cards, you're going to count points. But first, you're going to see if you died, because this is zombies. This is horrible, scary stuff. So if you have more than 20 damage, counting all of this mob damage up here in the right corner, and all of this personal damage down in the left corner, and if you have more than 20, you're out of the game. If you have less than 20, you're going to count your points, and the living player with the most points is the winner of The Walking Dead Something to Fear. Let's start looking at the artwork and components for this game, and component-wise, there's really not much to say. It's cards. Different cards with different backs and different fronts. Is it good quality? It is. Pretty good quality for the cards, and that's basically components. Artwork is really nice. Like, it's this is based on the cartoon and not the comic books, and not the TV series. So this is more really nice looking artwork, which is great for these cards. So, and they're easy to understand the rules of the cards, easy to understand the rules of the different players. So it's a great artwork, which I really enjoy. Easy learning from the rules. It's a big rule book like this. It's 12 pages long, but it is a lot of space. Like, there's not really a lot of text. Like, there's a lot of empty space, a lot of pictures to show you how to play. It's pretty simple. You can read through it and you will understand everything. At the back there are explanations of all the different characters and how they works. And so I will say this is a pretty good rule book, and the game is pretty simple. Playtime and player count. I have not gotten to play this with all player counts. It goes from 2 to 6. We have only played 3 and 4 players, and both of those player counts took us a half an hour to play, which is a great length for this kind of game. It feels like the game is going bam, 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 and it's fun because it's not dragging along, which is really nice. I think it worked really well at 3 and 4 players. I cannot say anything to the higher player counts. I might think that 6 players might be a bit too much, but then again, it goes quick. You can play this, I'm pretty sure you can play this in like 45 minutes with 6 players, which is really great. Other than that, not much to say. It works well at both 3 and 4 players and takes about half an hour to play. Complexity. This is a simple game. This is a super simple game. It is play one of the cards in your hand. You only have 3 of them to choose from, so you're going to play one of those and you're going to see what happens, basically, because you can, of course, what is interesting about it is that you have to think like, okay, I'm going to try to have these, save this for later, because then it's going to be more important for me to choose first, or maybe, oh, I really need to choose first this round. So that is kind of interesting with the different numbers. I like that kind of almost programming where you put out a card and then you go around depending on what number players played, and you continue playing that. I like that, but it's a light game. Super light game, but it's fun. Yeah, I said it is fun. So let's talk about gameplay and fun. Is it fun? Yes. I was surprised about this game because this game have quite a lot of take that, stealing, swapping out cards. I was like, I'm not gonna like this, but it didn't bother me because this is a short game. It's a game where like it's zombies. It's a game with zombies. It was strange. Like I'm just walking in the park. No one is doing anything to me because in The Walking Dead, the zombies aren't really the enemy. It's the human beings. Ooh. Yeah, that's from the show. So, yeah, not a quote, just me saying something, which shows that I kind of watched the show when it started out. Yeah, so it's really fun. Like, was a surprise for me. It was a game that I didn't think I would like this much because it's just a simple, quick card game, and it has some of that take that, but I really enjoyed it. What I enjoy is the planning of your hand. You only have 3 cards in hand, but the thing that's enjoyable is that, okay, I have this 9 from the beginning, or when I draw the 9, I'm going to be like, do I want to choose now so I can get that card I really need now, or do I want to wait until I can get it, or do something more important and change up the game? So it's interesting decisions, and I really like that kind of trying to outthink your opponents. What are they going to do? What cards have they played? Trying to remember what they've done. Trying to remember trying to see what they had, what they might do in this turn, which is really interesting. Kind of like psychological, like thinking, trying to get into their brains, which is the thing I enjoy most about this game. The actions are simple. It's easy to try to manipulate them, trying to do great things with them, but you have to outthink your opponents to actually get there, which is something I really enjoy. So it's a very fun game, which was a surprise for me. Not surprised that it was fun, but a surprise that I liked it as much as I did. Replayability, I would say, is okay. Nothing much there will change up the game, so it really depends. And it's the same 9 cards in your hand, so it's really not a huge replayability factor here. I would see myself playing this a couple of more times and then being like, okay, play that. Because there's not going to be really a huge change of how you play or what happens. But it's going to be fun. Like, if you enjoy it, and it's a 30-minute filler and you can teach it super fast, so that might push it higher up to get it to the table. But then again, yeah, it's really good, but it's not gonna be one that you're gonna play 50 times. For me, personally for me, which is all of this is of course personally for me. So, final thoughts for Walking Dead, Something to Fear card game. I like this. I like this more than I thought I would. It was a surprise for me. It's not something I would probably pick to play because there's so many other games out there. But if you are out of this kind of game that you can play in a pub or in a bar or a restaurant with just some friends which aren't highly into board games, you can play this with them. You can also play this as a filler game because it's so quick. And also the fact that it plays up to 6 players is always good. You can play it as the start of the evening before you split up, and I like those kind of games. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It's a great game. Probably not I'm gonna choose to play a lot, but it's gonna be one that's gonna be in my collection. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so now, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I'm Johannes, and you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings. Bye bye.